I deleted TikTok over 2 months ago. Oh, three. I'm almost at 3 months. And I feel great. My entire TikTok is on this thumb drive. Any videos I want to go back and look at are here. This is like shocking. Actually, it might not be to you because TikTok was such a huge part of my high school experience and it was by far my favorite social media platform. But in the past 2 years, it has become unusable. I wanted to take a look at my relationship to social media, the journey TikTok has taken, and how it's become such a dumpster fire. Musical.ly and the rules. Musical.ly was founded in 2014, and there were very different rules on the internet at this time. When I was 12 years old, my parents allowed me to get Musical.ly and Instagram. Yeah, I'm an OG. Here are the rules my parents gave me. 1, don't post about being sad. 2, never post anything suggestive. 3, never forget that there is another person on the other side of the screen. Now, I feel like this last one is the hardest for developing teenagers to grasp. I think it's why TikTok has gone so far downhill. There are those of us who were brought up by Gen Xers or millennial parents who knew that there had to be a social contract in place for the internet to stay good, whereas now there is a large part of people who have allowed the internet to raise them without any kind of social contract in place. But more on this later. On Musical.ly, I had a private account where I rarely posted. Musical.ly started as lip-syncing videos as a way to compete with Vine and Dub Smash. I did have Dub Smash. Is that what it was called? Oh my god, those videos were really dumb. They're like lost in the ether too. All Musical.ly was, at the beginning, was pretty people lip-syncing to videos. Like, that was it. It was... Oh my god, do y'all remember kill him with kindness? Kill him. I remember that. Okay, but anyway, I ended up deleting it. I think I had it for like 3 months, to be honest. It was like one of the first times I remember thinking, wow, I'm ugly, which is so sad. Like, I mean, it's kind of cool. The first time I really thought that was I was 12. But also like, I was 12. Anyway, welcome to the TikTok era. ByteDance founded a Chinese version of Musical.ly called
Douyin
in 2016. Then ByteDance bought Musical.ly in 2018, merged the format of Douyin to create the global app TikTok. In the early days, TikTok was dance videos, aka straight talk, or alt talk, where people made comedic or informative videos. When I rejoined TikTok, it was late 2020, and I was on alt TikTok. I love these TikTok days. Oh, I learned so much during this time and it was so much fun. I genuinely bring me back. Take me back. I really think the best era of TikTok was summer 2021. Doja Cat's Planet Her album just came out and I have such visceral memories of that summer. My house was getting renovated, so we were staying on people's couches in guest bedrooms, and it was so much fun. And I was listening to Planet Her every single day, and I was writing this really shitty script. Oh, it was so much fun. Anyway, that script never got finished. I thought I was going to be completely done with it by the time I was here. It's been abandoned. That project, out the hills. Out the hills? What does that mean? Anyway, the first issue of TikTok security arose in August 2022, when Trump declared that TikTok was a national security threat as ByteDance is a Chinese company, fearing that the company would hand over American citizens' data to the Chinese government if asked, despite the company being privately owned. I am stating a very simplified version of the national security issues and laws. However, there is a more comprehensive and detailed timeline, which is cited in the description. I started posting fashion content in late 2021. That's what I was known for at my high school. It was fun. However, you're kind of hoping that every video you do goes viral. And when it doesn't, you have to try to not let it affect you despite the fact that it sucks. It sucks. I do need to touch on content suppression. There has always been discord around content suppression, particularly of political content, people of color, or people that the algorithm deems ugly. There are various evidence of this from Reddit threads, algorithmic data, and most compelling, previously redacted conversations between ByteDance employees showcased in this YouTube video titled What Actual Science Says About Brain Rot by Howtown. The main subject of that video is how short-form interactive content affects your brain. It's a great video. I recommend watching it, but not before this video is over. Stay. But it touches on why TikTok is so addictive, and I'll paraphrase it here. The draw of short-form swiping content is that it's like a blind bag. The dopamine of TikTok is in the surprise of what the next video is. Summer 2021 is when I realized I was spending way too much time on TikTok. I set a time limit on the app. I think it was like 30 minutes to an hour. And did I snooze the time limit? Of course, yeah. I'm a teenage girl. But what would normally happen, I would get the alert, screen time's up, I'd put down my phone, do another task, and maybe like an hour later, I'd come back and do 15 more minutes on TikTok, and the cycle repeated. So I definitely recommend it if you feel like addicted to TikTok, because it will help you. Anyway, early 2022, TikTok reposts were introduced. This is actually like a glorious feature on TikTok. It's like my favorite one. However, Instagram Reels stole it from TikTok and introduced them so ineffectively. Like, you can already see what people are liking on Instagram Reels, and that content already gets thrown into your Reels feed. So why would someone need to repost something? Like, that makes no fucking sense. Anyway. March 2022, story posts are added to TikTok, which, funny enough, Instagram stole that from Snapchat, and then TikTok stole it from Instagram. What was the purpose of TikTok stories? They like literally sucked, and I'm like a grandma, so I would accidentally post to my story all the time by accident. It was like actually really embarrassing, but anyway. December 2022, President Biden bans TikTok on all government devices, which I might just not know enough. Why would you have TikTok on your work phone? Am I crazy for that? Like, am I crazy? Anyway, March 2023, TikTok releases a feature where you can hold and press down a video to make it go 2 times as fast. Great, as if the content was not already rapid enough. June 2nd, 2023, the Department of Justice bans TikTok, which ensues this entire clusterfuck of countersuing from ByteDance and states suing because the ban was unconstitutional. Yeah. September 2023, TikTok Shop is unveiled. This enters us into an era where everything is an advertisement. Honestly, I think this is like the biggest component to TikTok's downfall. Like, it really was exhausting. TikTok never returned to how it was before this. Recommended products felt inauthentic, and what was once a platform for sharing products and information became more designed for money making. I will say, I met someone in December who does affiliate marketing with TikTok Shop, and they have made 6 figures. That's the only way they make money, and they were able to drastically change their living situation. So I'm not saying that TikTok Shop is like an evil, but I just think for the average consumer, this wasn't really healthy or welcomed. January 19th, 2025, TikTok ban happens.
No!
I'm gonna tape the Nick Chavez edit.
No!
Chaos ensues. January 19th, 2025, TikTok is restored with an eerie message bootlicking President Trump for blocking the ban. Our hour of chaos without TikTok was over. But when we came back, something was different. Many users cited a shift in content here following the bans. People who posted political content, liberal and conservative alike, believed that their content was being suppressed. However, I saw a shift in content on my For You page, which was rage bait content. Y'all, so much rage bait content, and despite it, I still stayed. Like, it was literally like, it's like a toxic relationship. I still stayed because, oh my god, I have this raging awful video, raging off a video after another, an ad, raging video. Oh, I'm gonna get off of it. Oh, there's a funny video. Haha, I'm gonna send that to 4 people. Like, terrible, horrible, horrible. The worst of this new TikTok era was the Love Island and Dancing with the Stars discourse. These shows were ruined by audience members on TikTok that wanted reality stars to be angels, the perfect human being. Nuance was almost non-existent. The point of reality TV is to see humanity at its best and worst in a controlled environment, not to see the most perfect human beings and bully those that don't live up to your standards. I was really over TikTok during these months. I actually stopped posting on TikTok during it. I focused more on my YouTube content. As my TikTok content wasn't performing well, no matter what I did, even though I've posted pretty regularly for 5 years. Y'all, it sounds like I deleted TikTok because I was bitter. I am a little bit, and that's okay. The decision to delete TikTok came on the heels of Whitney Levitt's elimination freestyle for Dancing with the Stars. Whitney Levitt, by far one of the most talented contestants on this season of Dancing with the Stars, was eliminated following the release of the new season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. There was a coordinated attack to eliminate her by TikTok users as punishment for her saying on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that she, quote, only came back for Dancing with the Stars, unquote. ABC partnered with Call Her Daddy to allow them to do an exit interview in what they planned for their final dance to be. Their video ended with the message, quote, social media is bad for your mental health, unquote. And you know what? I said, hell yeah, that's so true. So you know what? I went out, I bought a thumb drive, I downloaded all the TikToks I wanted, and I deleted it. And then I went to Instagram Reels. And I fell down this Instagram Reel rabbit hole. The content on Instagram Reels sucks you in, and it's actually brain rot. Like, people are like, TikTok content is brain rot. No, the brain rot, I know a lot of stuff is cross-posted, but the brain rot, like, thrives on Instagram Reels. It's terrible. After 3 weeks of Instagram Reel hell, I decided to delete Instagram as well. Unlike TikTok, like, I fully deleted TikTok, deleted my account, all of it. I can't escape social media, unfortunately, because I had to have a way to market myself as an actor, which is unfortunate. On Instagram, I just deleted the app. Therefore, I re-download Instagram on Sundays. I post a reel or two, I do a dump on my story, I interact with my friends, and then I dip. Delete it again. So if you're interested in seeing my weekly Instagram content, the link's in the description. Love to have you. It's fun. I only post once a week, so it has to be good. Honestly, final thoughts, I feel so much freer without TikTok. As a consumer of content, I feel calmer. And I feel like I've gained more brain cells, which is sad because TikTok really started as good, informative content, and now it's like a dumpster fire. I am working on being more bored, as that's really good for your brain. I'm consuming more long-form content at normal speed and really taking time to let this thought-out information settle over me. As a content creator, I feel the creative spark come back from when I originally started posting on TikTok. Although I am not seeing viral numbers on YouTube or anything yet, I am more proud of the work I'm putting in here. I think with short form content, you have so much pressure to create content fast and make it super engaging. For example, people post rants when they are activated without thought and sometimes without research for their videos to be watched on 2x speed on TikTok. Meanwhile, on YouTube, content is slower, more curated, and thoughtful. But you know what's kind of interesting? When I talk about no longer being on TikTok and Instagram, a lot of people get really defensive about the fact that they're still on TikTok.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't live!
But you know what? My life has improved, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm so much happier without TikTok and Instagram. I actually kind of dread Sundays. Anyway, I think it's definitely improved my life. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Click all the links down in the description to see my sources and check out my Instagram on Sunday. Take care of yourself.